Everything that our celebrity panel of judges has seen and heard tonight has also been seen and heard by you. Now it's time for you to match your opinions with their decisions. Only our television audience will see the average score each finalist receives for the 3 semifinal competitions. Everyone here can feel the excitement, and I sense that our contestants and our audience don't really want to hear anything more from me except the name of our 5 finalists, and I have those computer results right here, do I not? Thank you. Now, good luck to all of you. Here are the names of the 5 finalists. The first is Miss Texas. And how do you feel about Miss Georgia? You have seemed to like Miss Florida. Another of your favorites was Miss Missouri. And now number 5 on the list, and ladies and gentlemen, there are only 5. Number 5 is Miss Arizona. And there they are, the 5 finalists for the title of Miss USA 1987.
Have been chosen, and I'm sure you can hear the enormous amount of excitement and tension here tonight. For the 3 areas of our semifinal competitions, the judges gave the highest average score to Miss Texas, with Miss Florida second, and Miss Missouri third. One of our 5 finalists is always going to remember New Mexico as the place where she won her crown. But all 52 of our contestants will keep wonderful memories of a unique experience in a very unique place, which is currently enjoying its Diamond Jubilee celebration. Congratulations, New Mexico. Yes, we're happy to be a part of it. And we couldn't ask for a lovelier guide to show us this area than the reigning Miss USA, Christy Fitchner.
Racetrack and the New Mexico State Fairgrounds are right next to the Tingley Coliseum, where tonight's telecast is originating. So excitement, dancing, fancy plumage, and colorful lights are nothing new to the area. It's where the tourist, the cowboy, the artisan, the musician, the craftsman, the farmer all come to be a part of the tradition and the excitement of the West. But reflection in New Mexico does not merely mean looking back at the wonderful yesterdays, because as you look around the land of enchantment, something becomes apparent very quickly.
There's a high-tech side to life here as well. The abundant new Mexican sunshine helps provide a glimpse into the future. At Kirtland Air Force Base, the Department of Energy is conducting a series of solar experiments that will power us into the next century.
That same sun shines on the combination of tradition and progress that is the growing city of Albuquerque. A city on the move.
On a clear day, you can see forever. The world's longest continuous aerial tramway takes you to the top of Sandia Peak on a breathtaking 15-minute ride.
Unlike other rides, on this one it's the beauty you behold that takes your breath away. Just as adobe architecture says New Mexico to the traveler, so does its legendary art. The magnificence of the great Santa Fe and Taos masters, as well as the New Mexican mystique of George O'Keeffe, are found here. magic of Hollywood keeps the spirit of the Old West alive in New Mexico. At the Eves Movie Ranch, things are not always as they seem. Just another day in the land of enchantment. The presence of nature's majesty is reflected in everything you see, whether it's a vast scope of countryside or a sparkling little twig.
The rugged beauty of New Mexico is also found in these majestic canyons of the Bandelier National Monument. The 15-mile crater of the Jemez volcano is one of the world's largest.
The natural beauty and breathtaking colors of New Mexico have always attracted artists wanting to capture the beauty of the master painter who created the land of enchantment.
Ahead, we have some surprises for our finalists, and our judges will make their final selections. Both of those will be coming up right after this word from Secret, the official antiperspirant of the 1987 Miss USA pageant.
We decided to try something new this year. We arranged to get several snapshots of each of our contestants. We've picked out some. They don't know which ones. And we're going to ask our finalists about them. Unlike our computer scores, these pictures will be seen by our audience here, too. And we're going to begin with Miss Texas. Come right down here with me, will you please, Miss Texas? Down here on this monitor, you'll be able to see 3 pictures with me, and we'll pick out one to talk about. Oh, it has to be number 1. Look at that. Yes. Let's have a little talk about number 1. At what age was that taken?
Well, that looks like it was about 2, and since I was sleeping, I don't really remember that. But I will say that I still sleep that way today.
I think that's a great picture. Thank you, Miss Texas. Yes. Miss Georgia, come down here to me. And we have pictures of you, too, Miss Georgia. Let's, oh, look at number 1. In 2 of them, you're eating. It looks as if you are anyway. Let's talk about number 1 with her, too. Now, I don't suppose you remember this incident. Do you have any idea how old you were?
I would say I was probably about 3 months old.
And you're not eating, you're talking on a phone, aren't you?
Yes, I'm talking on the phone, and I still talk on the phone today.
A lot.
A lot, yes.
Thank you, Miss Georgia.
Thank you.
All right, Miss Florida. Now, I do believe that the folks in New Mexico like you.
That's great.
Let's see here. Now, do you see something there you'd like to talk about? Number 3. All right, number 3. That's the one we'll talk about. I can't see them too well down there on that monitor. You're going to have to help me. Now, I assume that that is a picture of you, and who else is there?
I'm riding a chicken.
Oh, it's a chicken. I thought it was your boyfriend there for a minute with you. It is a huge chicken.
Big chicken.
Where did you find that chicken?
That was at Lowry Park in Tampa. My mom thought I was too small to ride the horse, so she put me on the chicken instead.
What were you then?
Happy.
You're about, what, 18, 17 years old?
About 8, 7 or 8.
All right, thank you, Miss Florida.
Okay.
Miss Missouri? We want to see some pictures of Miss Missouri. And we have pictures of Miss Missouri. Now, number 1 is a baby picture. Number 2, I can't tell what that is. I think our audience... Oh, I think I do see what that is. Can we take a closer look at that on television? All right, if it's there, I'm not... You are on what I think you are on.
Yes, I'm sitting on the toilet. I must have been about 4 years old.
And you sent these to us, so if we've shown it, it's not our fault.
My mom made me send that.
I'll bet your mother thinks that's the cutest picture of you, doesn't she?
I'll never forgive her.
Oh, it's cute. Thank you, Miss Missouri. Miss Arizona, here we go. Yes. Yes, nice welcome for you, too. Now we have pictures down here, and I believe that is an animal over there in number 3. It looks like a tricycle in number, well, there. Let's talk about number 2 now. That is an interesting-looking feller there in overalls. Who is he?
I want you to know that picture number 2 is the one and only dance that I went to in high school. And
The
it was
only
a girl, yes, it was a girl asked guy dance, Sadie Hawkins.
Why didn't you go to any dances with guys? I mean, why
Nobody
didn't...
asked me.
I asked you during the interview if you wanted me to help you find a boyfriend. You said later in life.
Well, I was hoping it would be you.
You're good. Oh. This man... I'll tell you one thing. It's lucky for the rest of you I don't have a vote after that line. Thank you, Miss Arizona. And I want to thank all of you ladies. Thank you very much. It's time now to move on to our moment of decision for our judges and, of course, for you folks at home.
Now all our scores are wiped away as our judges choose from among our final 5, and this is the deciding vote. As each finalist comes center stage, the judges will enter into the computer not a score, but rather a choice of whether that contestant should be our 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st runner-up, or whether she should be our new Miss USA.
All right, we begin with Miss Texas. Right now, our judges are telling our computer whether Miss Texas is their choice as 4th, 3rd, 2nd, or 1st runner-up, or Miss USA. And Miss Georgia. Everyone feels the tension right now, but nobody feels it more than Miss Georgia as our judges cast their final vote. Miss Florida. For one of these 5 young ladies, her life is changing, and Miss Florida wonders if it's changing for her while our judges are voting. Miss Missouri. Remember, the judges are voting on placements for each of our finalists, not giving them scores. Right now, they are giving their placement to Miss Missouri. And Miss Arizona. Have our judges chosen the new Miss USA, or are they doing it right now? That's what Miss Arizona and the rest of us will be finding out soon. And now our judging is over. Our computer has the name of the winner.
Will be one of her benefits will be the chance to represent her country in the Miss Universe pageant, which you will see here on CBS on May 26th, live from the exciting city of Singapore. With me is the reigning Miss Universe, Barbara Palacios Tede from Venezuela, and you have been to Singapore, right?
Yes, Mary, and what a city it is.
Now, it will be a thrill for all of us to bring the Orient live into living rooms all over the world. When you hear people describe Singapore, you usually hear the word exotic, don't you, Barbara?
That's the right word, but there's also beautiful and mysterious.
And they say that Singapore is yesterday, today, and tomorrow, and that it has the one thing that is most important to any traveler, and Barbara and I definitely agree on what that is, don't we, Barbara?
We sure do.
Food, yeah. Singapore is in the future, but in the present is the announcement of who will be the new Miss USA. And that's coming up right after this word from Chloraseptic.